Baby, you know I'm not good at advice. Why would I go if I don't get advice? Taking these chances, rolling the dice. Thought it from nothing, I'm hitting these heights. All because what I be spit on these bikes. Repeat a few things inside of my sprite. Been out of sleep, you in my device. Thought I could trust you in my life. Can't even trust you in the night. Thought of me, baby.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Next Bikes video, and today guys we are going to be checking out the practice facility created by Rubes. This is a large compound where we have 3 full tracks. We got a motocross track, pro supercross track, and then a pro-am supercross track. And there's also apparently a secret enduro trail which we're going to check out at the end of this video. But we're going to be having some fun today. We're going to check all the tracks out, explore everything there is to do, run some heaters, and we're also going to be on a bike that I have not been on in a very long time. All right, you guys are going to get some nostalgia from it, but hit that that like button. Let's explore the facility. Let's have some fun. Let's get right into the video, boys. All right, boys, we are here. The practice facility by Rubes. Oh my god, I almost just died. We're here. All right, we got 3 full tracks, and then we also have a secret enduro trail which we are going to find. What is this guy gonna do? Apparently these people talk to you. What's this guy gonna say to me?
This ain't no Sunday cruise. Show me you've got what it takes.
I bet that's all you have to say to me. That's all you have to say to the Jan. You know he's going to do it. All right. We're going to start on motocross. All right. We're going to start on motocross. We do have the pro supercross track and then the AMS supercross track. I'm not sure which one that is back there, but anyways, I was looking at this compound here in replay and I was like, boys, this place looks like a lot of fun. All right. Especially the motocross track. It looks like we got some good roughness, some good ruts, a decent amount of line choice. And we do have a lot of rollers, though. That's what I was noticing in replay. There is a lot of rollers. So we're going to try to hop around. We are on the RMZ 450. A lot of people just got hit with a flash of nostalgia, boys. I used to be an RMZ 450 main all the way back in 2024 Supercross. And was I also on the RMZ during DDC? I do not remember, honestly. I really don't remember. But anyway, I haven't been on this bike in a long time. All right, I didn't use the RMZ in Supercross. Obviously, I'm not using it in outdoors. But maybe, I don't know, maybe you'll see me get back on this for an aerial race. We'll see. I feel like I've been kind of dialing some things in with the Yamaha. You know, a high point. I had really a great race in the mud until literally like the last like 4 laps or whatever. I went from 5th place to 12th, bro. That was actually horrifying. So that's why we're here today. We need to get some practice, but also I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about Rubes, all right? Because a lot of you probably don't know who Rubes is because he doesn't upload tracks too much nowadays, all right? His last track was the ET3 compound, that Colorado facility, which was honestly a lot of fun. I loved reviewing that. And this guy, though, okay, he's been around for a long time. Like, all the way back in, like, 2015 was his first track on the MXB forums. Way before this game was even on Steam. It was just a standalone version. So that man is an OG, and it's really cool to see him still making tracks, and he puts a ton of freaking effort into these things. They're a lot of fun, and that is 1 lap here. Now, what I usually do in these track review videos is I do like to do a couple warm-up laps, try to find the fastest lines, and then we go for a heater. So that's what we're going to do here. This lap's going to be kind of our medium push lap, because we don't really know the lines, but there's not a ton of line choice in these corners. There's really only 2 or 3 ruts. I feel like that inside's definitely the best line. And we went inside last time. And now the problem I have with this outside is like, those rollers are massive. And with the way the rear traction is now, I feel like you can't really rail that. We'll probably jump through the inside there. That triple's easy. I'm gonna try this outside. Yeah, this outside's the same thing. That inside's gonna be way better because you just have to find the rhythm to hop through it. And then here, you just sit down. This is a table or a double. And then you get in these rollers. Can we jump into this corner? Yes, we can. Okay, I don't know if inside's quicker here because you do have another roller section after. I'm wondering if you could quad out if you go outside or triple out. I don't know. I think outside's probably quicker there. I do like outside here as well. I don't really like that little table going in. Then you fly over this, triple into the rollers. All right, so this track, honestly, it's fairly straightforward, but it is kind of technical. Like the way you have to enter corners, like right there, I just jumped into that inside. Like to go fast, I feel like this track's gonna be quite difficult, but I do like it. I think it looks really good. I love the textures. I love the environment as well. I feel like a lot of these tracks in the shop now, I mean, I've been saying this really a decent amount over the last 6 months. They got so many banners and like track markers and signs are everywhere. Like I love this like very natural environment, you know? I think it looks really, really good. Can I get this triple? Okay, this triple is actually fairly tough. You got to get a ton of speed there. All right, we're going to start this lap. This is going to be our first attempt at running a heater. And the Jan, usually not the greatest on its first attempt. I'm gonna be on it. All right, you saw nothing, bro. All right, don't roast me. Okay, we're gonna go again. It happens to the best of them, guys. Let me just say it publicly. It happens to the best of them, and that was a terrible first corner, but it's not what happens at the start of the lap. It's what happens in the other 99%. All right, I'm gonna go inside here. And let me tell you, this bike is not as good as the Yamaha. Okay, I don't even think it needs to be said. But oh my goodness, a little bit of a hop line there. I'm gonna go middle right here, because it looks to be pretty good. Triple, I do love that he put an animation there on that tape. That looks really cool. Just the little details like that track creators do. I love that type of stuff. It makes things feel more alive. Also, the birds chirping. I don't know why every track creator doesn't add environment sounds, but I love those as well, especially when I'm just riding around a track and testing, you know? I got like a podcast on the second monitor, just hearing the birdies chirping in the distance. I think that's pretty damn sick. It's nice and chill. I'm gonna stand around this. I'm struggling on the Zuki. I'm losing so much traction in the rear on this thing. I do not know why. We're gonna hop into this. I just need to stand a little bit more. Sitting is usually my problem. This is a good lap though. If I go inside, I don't think I've went inside yet. All right, not bad. Stable. Okay, we gotta make sure we get this step up triple, because it is kind of hard to hit. Okay, that was good. I don't think I cut those insides too much. We'll see if my lap counts or not. Let me go inside here. Stand up. Oh, I lost the rear. All right, 43.4. Not an amazing lap, all right? Not an amazing lap at all. I'm gonna do one more lap. I think we could run like a 41. I believe it. All right, we're going again. I just put a 120 on the rear tire because I was just losing a ton of traction on that lap. Now, this is gonna lose me some speed in the straightaways, but I do wanna see if this time I gain in the corners is actually gonna be helpful here. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I believe it might be. Because I feel like I was just losing a little bit of traction. I don't think it would be worth the straight line speed. Not a ton of straight lines here anyway, because you got so many rollers. Almost tucked the front there. And I don't know. I mean, I don't like hate the Suzuki, but it's just kind of wonky. Maybe it's just because I'm not used to it, but the Yamaha, I just feel like I'm so dialed on it these days. I just got a huge frame spike there. All right, we're gonna have to pick the pace up. Okay, that was good. That was good. Just keep it going. Just keep it going. That was bad, but it was good at the same time. Entry was quick. Just gonna sit through this. All right, maybe I should just sit more. That was a really good corner. All right, fly through here. Roll, jump into it. We're gonna stand up through there. Drop down. All right, I'm gonna go outside here. See if I can just carry speed around this. Okay, that was actually really good. Stayed low. Hold on a second. This could be quicker. Could be quicker. A bit of a sketch lap. Okay, we have to get this triple, though. If I don't get this triple, I'm cooked. Close enough. A little bit of a case. It's fine. Please be faster, I swear. All right, 42.4 on the 120 rear. That was pretty damn good, boys. All right, we cleaned it up. It wasn't a terrible lap. It wasn't an amazing lap, but it was something. All right, now we got the amateur supercross track, which, I mean, boys, I haven't ridden supercross in a while. I mean, it's been probably a couple months since I've even touched supercross, so this one should be a bit interesting. All right, this one might look a little bit bad. I might not do it justice. Now, I'm noticing off the bat here, these jumps are very rolled off. All right, definitely an amateur style track. And we're low-key munching in third person though. And this SPX setup, it's working quite well. Oh my goodness, I just hit that like, whoops, that was not what I wanted to do. Am I gonna have speed for this? Yes, I am, because everything's very tiny. I would definitely say this is made more for a 250. I can kind of just tell. I'm not a huge fan of the berms being super shallow though, I will say. I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm definitely a proponent for steeper berms in Supercross. I think a lot of track creators leave them pretty shallow. I want them steep, baby. All right, triple in. All right, yeah, no, this track is easy as hell. It looks like the two fairly hard rhythm sections, if you can even call them hard, are literally just triples. So we're just gonna go for a heater real quick, boys. We're just gonna go for it. And my goodness, am I getting flashbacks on this RMZ, and I don't understand how I don't triple in there. It looks like I just lost a ton of traction there in the rear. But I'm getting flashbacks to 2024 when I was maining this thing. I did pretty dang good on it too. I mean, the Suzuki was like literally the least powerful bike back in Beta 18. And bro, I was still getting like aerial top 10s. I got a top 5 at Salt Lake Supercross, bro. I was munching this thing. Those were honestly my glory days of Supercross. All right, this lap was kind of buns. It was better than the 104. It should be. I'm definitely cornering quicker here in first person. Kind of have to use this berm here. Honestly, with how much he tamed these jumps, it made tripling like infinitely harder. It's almost like he did the opposite of what he's trying to do. He's trying to make it for amateurs, but my goodness, boys. This one's kind of hard. Whoops are kind of interesting as well because they're kind of lopsided in a way. Another thing I'm noticing is all the jumps are kind of lopsy, oopsie doopsie. I don't even know how to say it. It's like there's parts of the jump that are higher than other parts, but it's not done in like a systematic way. It looks like it was almost done in a random way. So it's kind of hard to predict. It's also kind of hard to see, but this is a really good lap so far. We hit all the rhythms correctly. I'm not crashing these corners. Oh my goodness, this thing just giddied up, cowboy. I got head of traction out that corner. All right, keep her low, keep her low. Easy. Very easy peasy. Pivot around this corner. All right, stay low here. This one I have to be patient. I need this triple in. All right. There should be like a 101, I would say. Oh, I messed up last corner. 101, not still a 101. I mean, barely a 101, but still a 101. I'd say that's a heater on this track, honestly. That was a pretty smooth lap. It definitely could have been better. I think the cornering is definitely the hardest part, but also these triple ins. I mean, I don't even know if you could triple in on a 250. Maybe since the 250 would have way more traction around these long berms, it'd be easier, but tame jumps and make it quite hard. But I think the Pro SX track's gonna have a lot steeper jumps, tighter transitions. That's gonna be more my style, so let's go over there. Let's run some heaters, bulls. All right, boys, Pro Supercross track. This should be a little bit harder, or maybe a lot harder. I'm not exactly sure. It looks a lot tighter though. So, oh yeah, we got some steep jumps here. Okay, this is what I like. This is what I like. This is what the Jan likes. He likes the peakiness. These whoops are like also a lot bigger. All right. What's this track looking like? Okay, Supercross triple's quite large. This tripling looks impossible. I'm just gonna say it. That looks impossible. At least on the RMZ. Maybe the Yamaha gets a little seat bounce going there, but I think hitting that on the RMZ, the fat arse RMZ, I don't want to cuss, but it's a large bike. It's large in stature, okay? I don't know if we're going to hit that. That's going to be a bit tough. It does munch the whoops, though. That's what you love about it. And that quad is definitely doable. Can I front flip? I think that quad's doable. I think that quad in is legit doable. It's going to be really hard. We're going to have to grease the absolute crap out of that corner, which, again, is very hard because these berms are so shallow, man. Come on, Rubes. Why? Do you hate me? Secretly? Oh my, how did I just survive that? Wait. Oh my goodness, it just accelerates through the whoopies. All right, I'm gonna try to get this triple in. That is gonna be AIDS. I mean, we could use the berm, because that berm actually is a little bit steeper. And I would like that. But usually on the 45 degrees, you want to cut the corner in, but I don't know, man. That's a bit tough. Do I go for the quad again here? I don't think I do. No, maybe step on, step off. Triple just is the line. I feel like if I hit the quad, I'm being a little bit too greedy. It's definitely faster to hit the quad. I just don't see how I can get that corner. All right, we're taking alternate line here. Definitely not quicker. I think we can run quicker than a 48 here, though. This track is rough, too. This dude put some freaking roughness in here. There we go. Okay, see now, oh my god, that transition. Something just happened to me. I got Bobby physics. My suspension just bottomed. The SPX setup couldn't handle it. Mind you, that transition is so tight. It's tighter than, well, I shouldn't say it, but it's just tight. That's all that needs to be said. Okay, I just OJ'd the absolute crap out of that. Dude, there's so many bumps. A 45, okay, that's a mover. That's a bit of a mover. All right, can we get the quad here? Easy. Oh, it's funny when the Jan says easy, it's usually the opposite. He just says it because he wants to make himself feel better. That was not easy at all. And that's why I died. Please, Johnny. Okay, it's fine. You just case it. Sometimes you like to case things to humble yourself because you don't want to seem so big and cool. So that's fine with me. I mean, we'll case it. Yeah. Now, when I tell you this track is hard, I'm being serious, okay? Now, it may not be hard to double around if I'm a little bit of a wussy, but to hit the big lines on this track, you have to have very large testicles, okay? I have to be honest with you. There's things that I'm seeing here that are very difficult, and maybe the Yamaha is the answer, but this freaking Suzuki, we're just going for a heater right now. All right, I'm not delaying anymore. This Suzuki's pissing me off, dude. What is wrong with you, Banana? What did they do to you? What do they do to my Banana? Wait, come on. Scrub her low. That was nice. Damn! Go, you fatty. I'm putting gasoline to 0. This bike is so goddamn fat, it looks like Lizzo before she lost 200 pounds. All right, last attempt, I promise you. I'm feeling it. All right, we lowered the gas. We got less weight to haul around, which I feel like should be a good thing. I almost just died there, though. And my whoops run was worse. What? I don't know anymore. I love and hate this game at the same time. That was perfect. What a grease there. Does someone want to talk about the grease in the comments? Someone's got to talk about it. Because, wow. Could you have been more textbook? I'm shifting up. Yep. Easy. And y'all thought I was going to go for the quad, didn't you? You thought I was going to be a dummy. Nope, the Jan is not a dummy. All right, go, go. 44.6. If you have any problem with that lap, then just, I mean, get out of here. Get out of my face. That was incredible. Now it's time for the secret enduro trail. That's what he calls it. He calls it secret enduro trail. I don't think I saw on replay camera. If it's secret, it's probably not in the middle of the track. That wouldn't make any sense. So I'm guessing it's over here, or I have to pick a direction. I'm just gonna go this way. There seems to be a lot of forest out this way. Let's just see. And I see tape already. Is this it? This is it, right? Oh, I think this is it, boys.
Riders find this trail. Fewer make it out the other side.
All right, buddy. No one cares about what you have to say. You're literally an NPC in a video game, bro. You get no huzz, you get no money. You're broke. You're 4'8". You're pixelated. I mean, there's a lot of things to say about you, but what I will say is the trail. Oh, the trail's fun. Okay, that, I don't know, my controller disconnected there, so it doesn't count. But the trail, this actually looks really fun. I'd actually be so down to do a race on something like this. You'd have to do like 1v1s. I feel like if you had a bunch of people, everyone would just be punning each other. But doing some type of 1v1 on this would be so much fun. And he just put these freaking bushes in the way. You can't see anything, dude. This is so mean. But look at me just pivot around the course here. Freaking, I'm fingering the brake. Anyway, I'm just moving. That's what I said. Look at me. Look at me. In, out, left, you do. Upside down. I'll be anywhere you want me to be. Slow down, Johnny. I think my USB cord for my controller is broken, bro. This is actually bad, bro. Keeps disconnecting on me, man. Like, you know how they have to nerf me somehow. That's the thing. I think this is it. This was actually pretty fun, though. I'm not gonna lie. It was definitely not the most secret. I think Rubes honestly kind of clickbaited us there. I mean, that's not the most secret thing I've ever seen, but it was fun. You know, it was. I'm landing this. I had a lot of fun today, guys. This was the first track review I've done in a while. It was pretty damn fun. Look at this kit, by the way. Oh my goodness. Shout out to SL Designs. Look at the absolute cook that occurred here. This is incredible. I don't know what this guy's name is, Billy Bob. Are you subscribed to Troyjannn? He's checking his non-existent watch, so it probably means he's not. And if you guys are not, my goal is at 200,000 subscribers before the end of September. Please hit the subscribe button. I'll love you forever. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.